Guys, I had to go and test out the new LUSH perfume. It's LUSH times Hello Kitty and Friends, and I kind of knew what I was going to be in for with this one, but let's just talk about it. So it has come home with me. This is the rather cute box. It's got little sprinkles all over it, and it's got a few of I don't really know much about Hello Kitty, to be honest, but it's got some of the little Hello Kitty friends, you can see. Really, really nice. And then it's quite a pretty bottle as well, this one. Oh, look. It's even got a little thing here. Very nice. This, I think, was about £35. I apologise if I've got that wrong, because I actually had a card with some Lush money on, so I was like, I just sort of bought it and didn't think too much about it. But look how cute this bottle is. Isn't that charming? Hello Kitty and Friends times Lush, and it has a little sticker on the back that has sprinkles, like little food sprinkles. You can see it's got quite a colour, this perfume. It's got this kind of yellowy, it's pushing towards a yellowy green tone, but it's quite a perfumey colour. I wonder if it'll deepen up a bit because this is quite sweet. So Hello Kitty and Friends perfume is a combination of Snow Fairy and Milky Bath. So if I just read out the main accords from Fragrantica, it says sweet vanilla, caramel, citrus, patchouli, powdery, and woody. So let's have a look and see what they've listed as the notes. They've said cotton candy, vanilla absolute, orange oil, and patchouli. Now, I think a better way of looking at this will be to look at what's in Snow Fairy and what's in Milky Bath, but also to have a little look at how they've actually described it. It says, Hello Kitty's recipe for a sweet and kind perfume, wisps of sugary candy floss wrapped up in clean, freshly laundered blankets, a dash of Snow Fairy and Milky Bath magic. So Snow Fairy, let's start with that. Snow Fairy is a bit candy flossy, it's a bit bubblegummy, it's also cherry and pear scented to me. It does list having both of those, but let's have a look. So it's cotton candy, sweet notes, cherry, vanilla, and pear. So if you keep that in mind when thinking about this, certainly what it smells like when you first spray it out. And then Milky Bath. Milky Bath is a whole different neck of the woods. It's not gourmand. I don't love Milky Bath. I didn't buy that one when that came out as one of the community exclusives recently. I did go and test it, but I didn't love it. So it lists linen, powdery notes, patchouli, orange, citrus, and rose for Milky Bath. Now, you have to imagine those two very disparate perfumes smashed together with what to me smells like a strawberries and cream note in the top. So I'm not really getting the pear and cherry in this that I get from Snow Fairy. I'm getting something closer to a kind of if American cream did actually genuinely smell a bit more gourmand in a fruity way, a little bit like that. So when I first sprayed this on, it really, really is a very sweet, girly. It does have a little bit of tanginess to this, so you do get a little bit of a sort of tart but very sweet strawberry. And on my skin, it kind of went almost a bit marshmallowy. Now, I think that's something to do with the fluffy linen note in here, but mixed with the kind of gourmands. I don't get a ton of cherry. I don't get a ton of pear. So it does have a feel of Snow Fairy, but it also, to me, has a feel, I would say, of the Barbie perfume. So the Barbie perfume, when that one dried down on me, I found it too scratchy. I felt like it actually turned into a scent of a literal bath bomb. So if you imagine like a Snow Fairy bath bomb with a bit of almond in it. So you've got that kind of baking soda-y, scratchy scent, that like literally dusty smell that you get from a bath bomb. This one I don't get quite so much of that from, but actual Milky Bath I found a little bit dry. So it's kind of the difference between like fluffy linen and very crisp linen. And Milky Bath to me smells like freshly laundered and dried, extremely crisp cotton. And I think this starts off more in the realm of a strawberry version of Snow Fairy and dries down into a fruity version of Milky Bath. You definitely get much more Milky Bath the more this dries down. I don't find this as scratchy as Barbie, but it does still have that slightly strange, almost bath bomby feel to it. But because it's got that sort of slightly bubblegummy, fun scent in the top, and because it also has a very slight vibe of American cream, this almost smells to me like a mixture of American cream, Snow Fairy, Milky Bath, and then with just some extra kind of strawberries, cream, marshmallow chucked in. So I'm going to see how I get on with this one. I really liked it when I tested it on my skin. I thought it was really pretty. But yeah, I will see how I feel about this when I give it a full wear. I think people who like Snow Fairy are probably going to quite like this one, but also they might struggle with the dry down. People who like Milky Bath might find this one too sickly. Um, but I think it's quite an interesting mixture of all of those perfumes. So yeah, I'm happy to have this one. I think it's really, really cute. I hope that I enjoy this. I really liked the spray on my skin. Although I do have to admit, I think I probably liked it more in the top than in the dry down, but in the dry down, it was still good. When I sniff it really close, like to my nose, if I put my arm up to my nose, I get much more of that kind of Milky Bath, dry patchouli smell. But the general scent bubble, I think, stays a little bit sweeter and a bit more girly and fluffy. This could be a really good answer to someone who wants to smell like fresh laundry, but will really only like sweet gourmands. Like, this might be a good halfway house for you guys. So, that is Hello Kitty and Friends from the Lush collaboration. And I think it's really cute. I think it's worth having. And it's a decent price. It's pretty strong on me. So I think, having just a 30 ml bottle of this is going to be perfect for, well, even just a regular person, not even someone who's got like 300 perfumes. So yeah, that is Hello Kitty times Lush. So yeah, this is actually kind of cute. Do let me know down below if you've smelt this, if you've got it. Let me know how you feel about it, and yeah, we can have a little chat down underneath about how we feel about this one. All right, thanks, guys. See you soon. Bye.